So we're going to be talking about 4 different movies that span from the year 2021 until 2023.
Oh, yeah, you say it. He knew what he wanted, and then he went for it. And it's like he went to train himself with Jagun Jagun. Well, why not? Why won't I know? Meaning that Ayinla Omowura, which is popularly known as that, till we meet again, just bidding farewell to Ayinla.
Lights, camera, action. Hi everybody, hello. Welcome to another video by AJ for Short. As you know, this is a channel dedicated to African content, and I'm sure by the title of this particular video you already know it's about African content as well. Today I get to review some of the Nollywood Yoruba movies on Netflix with my mom, who happens to be Yoruba. So mommy, introduce yourself in Yoruba to our audience.
Hello everybody, orúkọ mi ni Temitope Janet Temitope Folagbade. Ọmọ mi rèé. Thank you. And this is my daughter, and my name is Janet Temitope Folagbade.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You already heard. I would also speak Yoruba, but wait until the end of the video to hear. Yes, wait until the end of the video for you to hear me speak Yoruba. Because it's going to cover. So keep it logged on this particular video. Don't forget to subscribe and share it with a friend. Let's get straight into it. So we're going to be talking about 4 different movies that span from the year 2021 until 2023. And all these movies can be found on Netflix, like I mentioned. So once we speak about them and you love to watch them, just head on to Netflix and watch. So we'll go straight to the first one. So we'll start in chronological order, and we'll start with the one that was released in 2021. So this particular one is Ayinla. Yes, it's an eponymous film, which is about Ayinla. So I'm going to read the synopsis. So I have my notes here, so in case you see me looking down, that's what I'm reading. So I'm going to read the synopsis for Ayinla. So it's a 2021 musical drama that explores the life of Ayinla Yusuf. Yes, okay. So the life of Ayinla Yusuf, popularly known as Ayinla Omowura, an Akpala musician from Nigeria. So that's basically what the film is about, and it was directed by the veteran director from Nigeria, Mr. Tunde Kelani. I've had the privilege of being under Mr. Tunde Kelani when I was in the Multi-Choice Talent Factory. So that was exciting, and we took a course with him, and he's a very kind man with the knowledge that he has. And he has done that for a lot of people in the industry. So I'd like to say a big thank you to him for putting this film together. So let's get into the film. Yeah, your thoughts.
Yes. Oh, about the film. The film is so real. So real, because when the death of Ayinla, when that time I was already a lady, and then it happened, though I was not in Abeokuta that day, but my younger brother happened to be there, and then he told us everything what happened. So when I saw this film, and the day, you remember when you brought the film, I happened to be in Nigeria that time, and then we watched the film in my brother's house, and with a lot of your niece, wife, in Ibadan. And it was so like a cinema. It was so nice, so nice. So the film joined together is a great film. It's a true story, just as it was. It's really, really nice. So kudos.
Yeah, and the lead character was Lateef Adedimeji. I mean, he's an amazing actor. Just give him a new role and he rises to the occasion. So personally, I think it's one of the first Yoruba films that hit Netflix. If I'm not mistaken, it's one of the first few that were ever on Netflix that predominantly Yoruba, and just the rich culture being displayed and all of that, and the fact that they even filmed it in Abeokuta.
Yeah, that makes it more real, because it actually filmed in Abeokuta. It's like from door to door. It was just, I don't know how to say it more than real. And then the film only taught me that, you grow up from a humble background. That doesn't mean that you cannot go anywhere. Because when you watch the film, you see that you don't really have to be a professor or a doctor or somebody, different, that now you can now travel abroad. So that's one good thing that I've learned about it. And it was like a play or like joke. I will say it in Yoruba. And biere, biawada. Ayinla took music to Britain, to abroad. Let me say, just say abroad. And then it was real. And all the performance in the film is like the way the actor is really good. It's good. I know him he has been acting different. Anything you give him, he will do it. But this one was just it's rich, very rich. He spoke Yoruba. He speaks Yoruba in Abeokuta tone, and it was just so rich, very good. There was one Aruna Ishola. He's also a musician, just like Ayinla when they were, when he was alive. So he sang this song, and I think if I'm allowed to sing it, the way he sang it, that song, anytime I hear it, it's like, he said, Ayinla ọmọ wúrà, odigbere o darinako. Otun kato ira Ayinla o. Meaning that Ayinla Omowura, which is popularly known as that, till we meet again, just bidding farewell to Ayinla. So it's really, really nice song for me. It was so touching. So I think I've said enough.
So that's a little about Ayinla's life until he unfortunately passed on the 6th of May, I think 1980.
1980.
So if you want to find out how his life unfolded and just basically the story of someone who really contributed to Apala music in Nigeria, I'll then treat you to go watch Ayinla on Netflix. Okay, I guess we can move on to the next one. Okay.
Yes.
So the next one we're going to talk about, I'm sure the moment I mention it, you know what I'm talking about. Where are the day?
Well, why not? Why won't I know where are the day? Because I watched the film.
Yes.
It's called Anikulapo.
Anikulapo. Yes.
Anikulapo. Meaning a person that possesses death in his pocket. Yes, a person that possesses death in his pocket. Yes.
Right. So it makes a whole lot of sense once you've watched the film.
Yeah.
And then you kind of understand why it's called Anikulapo. I honestly thought Anikulapo was like it's more or less like an appellation. It's like an attribute.
Yeah, something like that. Yes.
Okay, it makes sense. Okay, so Anikulapo is a 2022 film by Kunle Afolayan, and the synopsis reads as: after an affair with a queen leads to his demise, an eager traveler encounters a mystical bird with the power to give him another life. And it's a fantasy drama by Kunle Afolayan, like I mentioned. Yes. So your thoughts on that?
Oh, it's also a very, very nice movie to watch. And who will do this film for me except Kunle Afolayan? I say for me because it's my film. It's really good. Kunle Afolayan. When I remember when my children were so little, I want them to know about Yoruba, so I'll be telling them Yoruba and all that. So this Kunle Afolayan and maybe his brother especially. His brother, what's his name again? Gabriel Afolayan.
We'll talk about him. We'll talk about him very soon.
Yeah, Gabriel Afolayan is just while he was very young, featuring in Super Story.
Yes.
So I've been telling my children, I said, do you know that this is one hell of a great actor?
Yes.
I've been saying it. So when my daughter joined the what is it called, the multi-choice, and they started talking about this Kunle Afolayan, I said that name rings a bell. And they said, come and watch some films. And I said, who is that the guy that's been, you know? So it's just so, it makes it like, oh, I'm watching my own children. What, you know, it was very nice. Kunle Afolanyo is doing great, and I believe you told me that he has got a big village that is doing everything. Yes. And all I say is more grace to your elbow. You will do more. You will do well.
Amen.
Yeah. So
amen. Yes. So he has a film village, which is Kunle Afolanyo Productions Film Village. There's a great expanse of land. I'm not too sure where it is, whether it's Oyo State, but it's somewhere in Yoruba land. So he has a great expanse of land that he has dedicated to film. So it's more or less like the Tyler Perry Studios of Nigeria. And he also has like a film institute that teaches individuals of filmmaking and all of that. So he's really contributing a lot to the film industry in Nigeria. But let's talk about
Anikulapo.
So the story, I mean, the beginning of the film, the narrator says in Yoruba land, when someone dies, they are not buried. They lay them in the evil forest. But now with time, things change, and then like they now bury people. So is this something that really existed? Is this something that was real?
Well, about that one, I would say I can't talk too much about that one, because if you see that I'm only 60 years young and they have done, I really believe that Kunle Afolanyo has done his research, because if when you watch his film, you know that he is good and he's done a lot of research before he will do that. I can't answer that because when we are growing up, you see, you are taken from the village and come to the city, so you really don't interact with nature, with tradition, with family. So that take a lot of things away from you. So you don't know so much.
And one thing too, I realized is, I think one of his interviews, he mentioned that he just realized that in the Nigerian film industry, or basically in Nigeria, these folk tales and stories that we could also hold dear to our hearts, like the Cinderellas of the other nations do not really exist. So why not also come up with something? And to be honest, it really looks real. And the fact that he's able to, blend it with tradition and actually make it seem very true to life is what is also very interesting. So and basically about how one individual had so much power, he got a chance to live again. But then what did he do with the second chance that he had? Kunle Afolanyo always says in his interviews that he always wants you to learn something from the film. No matter what it is, you should go home with something. You should be able to pick something and then, okay, this is what I've learned from the film or from watching this film. And it says a lot, because when you watch it, you then realize that, okay, what did this man do with the second chance he had? Did he do a good job? Did he mess it up? It's all left for you to go and find out. Just go on Netflix and watch Anikulapo.
Yeah, it's a pity I'm not allowed to say much, because there's a lot to say about it. But it's a very good film, very, very good, and you are going to learn a lot. How human beings behave, character-wise, in every way. So you will learn.
Yes,
definitely.
You definitely learn. And this channel, we don't do spoilers. So if you are coming to watch this and hope that you see some spoilers or get something, I'm just here to let you know the gist of the film. Then you can go ahead and watch it for yourself.
That's right.
So let's move on to the next one.
Okay.
So the next one was produced in 2023 by Mr. Femi Adebayo, and it's a film called Jagun Jagun.
Jagun Jagun.
Yes, so the warrior, Jagun Jagun. The film tells us a story of a warlord, Ogundiji, who begins to feel threatened.
Ogundiji.
You
know something about the names, and especially every African name. The way you pronounce it makes it to be rich, to be, to have the meaning. So he says Ogundiji. Thank you.
Ogundiji, who begins to feel threatened by the potential of a young warrior Botija. Botija, whose main aim is to avenge the death of his father, and it was released in 2023, August 10th. And yeah, it's also on Netflix. And it was produced by Mr. Femi Adebayo, who happened to also play a role. He was Ogundiji. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, so
no,
he's the
lovely.
producer of the film. Yes, he did a really good job. Yes, so the one Lateef Adedimeji was in it as well.
That's right.
And so your thoughts on the film?
On the film, generally the film is so wicked. Very, very nice film. You just go from one world to another. What interests me in the film is you really have to fight for what you want. That's one lesson and then you don't just fight a little and go back a little. You just have to keep fighting, never give up. And then the Botija, right from his child, he knew what he wanted, and then he went for it. It's like he went to train himself with Jagun Jagun, with the hair, and then he got the training he wanted, and then he learned so many lessons from it too. And then there's two characters that I really love as well. Probably because they are women, I don't know, but I really, really love them. And the wife of Ogundiji, the wife of Ogundiji. Probably just because you are a queen, a wife of a big man like that, you didn't have to have power. So there was one day that somebody had to kill him. She's supposed to be killed, and then when want to kill her, she just spitting the bullet out and started saying some incantations, and that is really great.
Amazing.
Very, very great.
Yes.
And then the Agemo as well. If you talk too much, you will spoil it for you. I don't want to do that. So Agemo too. Where the angle is coming from and the way I got to know who Agema is, I felt, what is this? So you two go and watch it, then you two do your own thoughts. Because Agema is now was like the overall power. When there is nothing to be done again, that send this one, Ogundiji will send somebody, go and do this, go and do that. But when it comes to the crunch, then Agema will come. And when Agema comes, if it's perish, everybody got to go. And you see, so this is when I got to know who Agema is, like, what is this? So I want you to go and watch it and learn from it. It's a really good film.
I absolutely agree. And for me, that leads me to one of my favorite scene in the film. My favorite scene, okay, so let me just say my favorite parts of the film, which is the opening scene when they are sweeping over the land and incantations in Yoruba incantations for Ogundiji. And it's just amazing. It's just the typical Yoruba.
Can we call incantation? Is phrases, appellations.
Right, that's true.
Oriki, yes. It's like praising. Yeah, hailing. Yeah, praising or hailing. So Oriki.
Speaking of Oriki, reminds me of when I think last year when Wizkid's mom passed on.
Okay.
And then one of the very popular Oriki players.
Okay, let's put it that way.
Oriki players.
Yes.
People are talking about him that once he begins to pronounce your Oriki,
your name,
there's no way that any money or you will not go. And there was a time when he came to Wizkid and he began talking. Wizkid signaled someone like
bundle.
Big. So brought a bundle and he just kept throwing the bundles on him. And it just was showing how beautiful the Oriki could be.
Especially if you understand the Yoruba. Because it's like calling your name, but then they will call it in a way that even your hair will raise up. You feel something in your body that, woo, who is that calling me? And it's just somebody saying it to you with some nice tone, and then it's just so beautiful. Watch it, then you'll see what we're talking about.
So my favorite scene in the film was when, like my mom mentioned, the warriors had to go to war, and unfortunately they were losing the war. Ogunbiji heard it, and then he sent Agemo to go, and it was like a slow motion. It was a slow motion scene. So the warriors were running away and backing out. Then day turned to night, and Agemo goes through, sweeping through and just slaying all the opponents. And that was very beautiful. How it was slow motion, then it was fast paced, and I love the editing style and the effects too. Even though some of them were very obvious that this is computer effects, but I believe that we are going somewhere as an industry, so it's just very laudable. So congrats to the whole team.
The what is it called, the camera days and that, what you are saying, I don't understand. All I do is I watch the film. I don't understand that bit, so I watch the film and I enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly. So that goes to show, I mean, I think film school has spoiled me, to be honest, or studying film, because when I'm watching a film, I'm watching it not just to enjoy. I just see all these things and I go like, oh, this could have been done better, or that could have been, or this is a mistake. I've seen this, I've seen that. But even with that, I still put that aside and try to watch it from an audience perspective and just enjoy the movie. So, yeah, so that's about our third film. So we go to our final film for today. This is also a 2023 release by Kunle Afolayan. I mean, he's like the pioneer of Yoruba films on Netflix now. Right. And so him again. And this particular film is Ijogbon. Chaos. So
the big one.
So let me read about Chaos right now. 4 teenagers from a rural village in southwest Nigeria stumble upon a pouch of uncut diamonds, but before long, others come looking for the bounty. And it was released in 2023 by CAP, that's Kunle Afolayan Productions, on Netflix. Your thoughts?
Even because it's directed or produced by Kunle Afolayan, already you should know that is one hell of a movie.
You have a big fan.
Oh yes, you do. It's just one of one. You just know that you are in for a good film. But when I heard Ijogbon and I saw the young guys when I started watching it, where's this taking me to? But then it's dramatic. You will enjoy it. You will. It don't even, if somebody coughed by me that time, it was say, "What? Get up! You go, it's not sneeze," because I paid attention to every details. You know, when I've forgotten his name, Gabriel Afolayan. What is his name in the film? This is part. I've forgotten his name
in the film. I've also forgotten.
And he did well too. Well, he has to do well because he's my favorite actor. Is it so? He did so well. So I was wondering that what is he going to do here? Well, he surprised me.
Yes,
it's really good. The film. If I talk about it, I will spoil it for you. I don't want to talk about it because I've been one not to talk too much. So
no, I still want to. I just told her because she can get excited and just.
I will just tell you.
So you're not going to watch it. But so, I didn't want that.
Yes. So take my word for it. You need to watch it.
Yes.
There is one line that I really liked. There's one line that I really liked. They were in jump. Okay.
No, go ahead.
Okay, you say it. Yeah, he's like.
And we've been saying it at home.
Yes.
Nowadays, I say it at home. When something happens,
it means that I've not seen anything. You are looking at some nice, juicy, breast of a lady, and then you're drinking and say, I mean, that's so nice.
Yes.
So nice. Yes. There's so many other nice scenes in the film. But that was just so we have been teasing ourselves with it. Yes. Oh no, what are you doing? Meaning I've not seen anything. I'm not here. I'm not seeing anything. So is really good.
Yes,
it's
and
good.
it was also in Yoruba.
Yeah, it's also in Yoruba.
Really a good thing. There was a bit of French or Portuguese. I think one of the chief, the big boss, that's Crook. He had a number of people who were also working for him. Big boss. Yeah. I think they were speaking either French or Portuguese. That's another thing that I realized about Polanyi.
Yeah,
likes to incorporate a lot of language.
Put a lot of things together and then make it rich, make it
African.
Yeah. So this man is big man and is like maybe a crook. Let me put it that way. But he knows how he's making his money, and then don't talk too much. Anyway, watch the film and you'll enjoy it.
Yes, one thing I like about Ijogbon is, it's a Netflix film, and would expect to see the usual faces. You expect to see the popular faces, but this film was headed by 4 very new people, very new faces, and a number of other young faces and new people that we've not really seen acting in movies. And for him to trust these young faces and newbies, or what we say, new cats, trust these new cats to, actually carry the film, a Netflix film, and they did a very good job. It's a film that I've watched multiple times, and I'll definitely watch it again.
Me too. I'll watch it again
because
and
the
again.
Opening scene, the music is amazing. Like, it's just and then that's when the kids were running. So it gives that, like, it gives life to it. It's just a beautiful film. And that's basically what
it's all about. And you have a lot of settings. Every the 4 of them, they have different backgrounds. And they join together to become friends, and you will learn from it. It's a great lesson. And at the end of the day, you will learn from it. You have a great lesson from it.
Yes, absolutely. And I like that the character profiling, like my mom was talking about, every character had their own unique story that we were introduced to. Nobody fell short in any way. Everybody was introduced to the extent that you can tell this is this person's insecurity, this is what their strengths are, this is what their weaknesses are. We knew who the weakest link in the group was, and we knew how their fall could happen. So it's predictable, but it's not too predictable. Dramatically, it just makes it very nice.
Yes.
Yeah, so a very good one. So, and then the Yoruba
very.
Yes.
Obi,
you had the Igbo girl. Obi speaking Yoruba.
And the mom speaking Yoruba. And it's just day-to-day activities. You see, they have been in the south for some time and they can speak. But no matter how fluently they can speak it, you will not be like me or like Apolanyo, so it's full of mixed characters.
Definitely a good really film. So that's about Ijogbon, about chaos, and it was definitely a very chaotic film. Very chaotic, and it just from frying pan to fire, from fire to ashes
to another,
ashes to
powder. One thing to another. The chaos never stopped.
Really
never stopped.
Yes, really crazy.
Never stopped.
Even till the end.
Till the end.
It was a chaotic end.
And
it was. It really was.
So he chose the title. The best title, honestly. So
it did. And so that brings us to the end of our video, right? So we said we'll do 4. I know you don't want us to end. But we have to end. And we'll definitely do another one. Films from 2018. We have King of Boys. I also think it's one of the first few movies that incorporated Yoruba and made it very, made you want to learn more about Yoruba and, just basically do that. But not just Yoruba films as well. And now I am really happy that it's not just Yoruba films that are dominating. We also have Ifemuna, if I got the pronunciation wrong, please forgive me. Like, we have other filmmakers who are also saying that, it's not just Yorubas that have interesting stories to tell.
Igbos too, they have rich culture. So very, very rich culture.
From a different perspective, for me, for instance, I'm part Ghanaian, and I'm more Ghanaian than I am Nigerian because I've lived in Ghana most of my life. I see the Yoruba films in a different light. It's more like a learning experience. And when I finish watching, I'm like, I want to find out more about my people, you know. So yeah, definitely, it was a very interesting time, and I'm so happy you got to do this with me. Thank you so much, Mommy.
Thank you very much for inviting me. Thank you.
And this is definitely not going to be the last time, by God's grace. You definitely come on and we'll talk more about other films.
Other films.
Yes, as well.
When you get the Igbo ones too, I will try.
yes.
I was
absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you for joining me again, Mommy.
Welcome.
And thank you so much for watching the video up until this point. I really appreciate you all. So don't forget to give this video a like, a thumbs up, because it really helps the video and pushes it far. I also like you to, share your experiences in the comments. If you're Ghanaian, if you're Nigerian, if you are Yoruba, and you also have some thoughts to share on the various movies we spoke about, feel free to share it in the comments. Absolutely. Guys, she has already done the sign out, so I'll just end it here. All right. Bye. I usually cover the.
Okay.
I couldn't even get up. Bye.